If you've been to the store lately, you may have been met with scenes like this. Empty shelves, from the cereal aisle to deodorant and paper goods, everyday items in increasingly short supply. Data from last week shows just how widespread the problem is. 16% of beverages were out of stock at the nation's grocery stores, 14% of snack foods, and 13% of frozen items out of stock.
Makes me kind of angry, like, why?
It's the latest effect of shipping and distribution delays that have hampered nearly every business in America.
Something is interrupted somewhere in the food chain, whether it's packaging or containers or labor or the trucking to get it off the warehouse dock.
Dozens of cargo ships are still lingering out at sea, while trucks, railways, and warehouses remain understaffed.
We're buying more products than ever before, whether they be online, pick up at stores, or at our big box retailers. And the American importer is struggling to keep up with that demand.
Big box retailers like Target, Costco, and Home Depot are all scrambling to make sure shelves stay stocked ahead of the holiday surge. Costco and Sam's Club have started limiting how many paper products and cleaning supplies customers can buy, while Walmart, the country's largest retailer, announced unprecedented steps to make sure products arrive on time, like chartering its own cargo ships, diverting shipments through less congested ports and rail stations, and hiring more than 20,000 permanent supply chain workers to help move products through its facilities. The bargain online retailer Overstock.com is struggling to keep its warehouses stocked. Its CEO warning customers the challenges are here to stay.
I think it's, for a time, the new normal. I think we can expect this well into 2022.
So as we head into the holiday season, here are some tips for buying food and gifts. Plan ahead. Start shopping now for non-perishables you'll need for holiday dinners. Consider buying and freezing things like turkey and other meat when you see it in stock. Look for generic brands. And build those potential price hikes into your budget. Meals and presents will probably cost more this year.
The Department of Homeland Security will be releasing non-toxic gas into the subway starting today. And as scary as it does sound, officials say it is for your safety. Vaccinations' Reagan Medji live in Union Square with more on this. Reagan, good morning.
Yes, that study will be happening through several subway stations across the city, Union Square being one. Basically, researchers will be pumping that non-toxic gas throughout the subway system to imitate a biological and chemical attack.
This is not to signal to people that there's an imminent threat.
And this isn't the first time researchers have released non-toxic particles and gases into the New York City subway system as part of a study on airborne terrorism threats. Here's video from 2016 during an airflow test, and likely what strap hangers will see during their commutes on random days within the next 2 weeks.
The key here is that if you believe your adversaries want to take down the core central transit system, well, how would they do that? Well, this would be one of those ways.
Michael Balboni is the former Homeland Security Advisor for New York State. He explains the particles and gases used in the study will imitate the movement of biological and chemical agents in a densely populated urban environment. Those gases will be tracked, allowing researchers to understand the relationship between airflow on street level and in underground environments.
This is just a part of a proactive stance by the MTA to make sure that people are comfortable with the knowledge that the airflow has been tested.
Now, the duration of this study will start today and go until next Friday, but only 5 separate days. And of course, there should be signage up in the subway system to make sure that everyone is aware. I did check in here at the Union Square, and I did not see any signage just yet. We're live here in Union Square. Reagan Medji, good day, New York. Bianca,
tonight, the clock is ticking in Seattle, where all city employees must be fully vaccinated by Monday. But the looming deadline is getting pushback from some police officers who oppose a mandate, instead asking for other options like regular testing.
For some reason, this mayor is refusing that, which I think is unreasonable and is void of common sense.
Those who don't comply won't be fired right away. Instead, they can present their reasonings at a hearing. But the standoff comes amid a staffing crisis threatening public safety. And the Seattle Police Officers Guild says they can't afford to lose anyone.
Crime is surging in this city. Our community is demanding more police officers answer the 911 calls.
State troopers are also under a similar mandate, and longtime veterans are turning in their badges.
I'm being asked to leave because I am dirty. This is the last time you'll hear me in a state patrol car.
Monday, the 18th of October, I'll be turning in all my issued equipment back to the Washington State Patrol, and I will be involuntarily terminated.
It's a showdown in Chicago, too. The mayor and police union not backing down after city workers had until Friday to report their vaccine status. Their fight now tangled in the courts, with both sides filing lawsuits. And in Massachusetts, at least 150 members with the State Police Association have already resigned or intend to ahead of today's deadline to submit proof of vaccination.
Pandemic's growing impact on the workplace. 4.3 million Americans left their jobs in August alone. That's the highest number since 2000. Experts say workers are looking for better opportunities, better hours, and more perks. Trouble with childcare has also contributed to the employment across the country. All this as we are now seeing people leave the workplace due to the vaccine mandates.
All right, Gil, what do you think is worse, the sweltering heat or the bone-chilling cold?
Cold for sure. I feel like cold lasts longer.
It does.
When I get a bone chill when my toes are cold, I feel like it lasts all day.
Sometimes you just can never get the chill out of you. So you're going to have to buck up, my friend, and find your thickest sweaters, because the 2022 edition of the Old Farmer's Almanac is forecasting an extra chilly winter for Americans this year. In fact, they're already calling it the season of shivers. Ooh, it predicts below average temperatures across most of the country. It says we can expect to see an extreme wintry mix with snowfall in areas in the Ohio Valley, the Northeast, and even parts of the Deep South. And we'll see what Mark Weinberg has to say about this.
I blame him.